Since the last KVK, we've been preparing resources and speedups for the next fight. And the next fight is finally here. What's up everybody, it's Ploto Gaming here, and in today's video we are going to be having another account review where we're going to review everything about the account, the speedups, the resources, the stats, so that we could compare and contrast at the end of KVK. So yeah, let's get started. Let's see how much progress we're able to make in terms of gaining speedups and resources. So we can go ahead and start off with the initial stats here. I am at 88.4 million power, kind of usually where I'm at in a KVK. The 85 to 90 million range is where I'm pretty comfortable at 10.1 billion KP. This is a KP breakdown, a lot of T5 kills, and that's probably going to grow with the opponents that we have in 24-29 in this past 5 fight. As we continue on to the more stats here, I am at 23.8 million deads. Last KVK, we did get a lot of deads. I was down to like 65 million power pretty early there. All right, let's go into the troops. So I'm at 1.1 million T5 infantry, 900k T5 cavalry, 900k T5 archers. I mean, you could kind of round them up to a million, I guess. 500k T4 infantry, 500k T4 cavalry, and 400k T4 archers. Last KVK I went full T5. I'm planning to fight with some T4 in this zone 5, just because this zone 5 is so early on into the KVK to where we don't have crystals tech up. This is before we bought Mountain Warfare, so this tech is by far not finished. But yeah, we're full econ and we didn't get special medicines yet, so I'm probably going to be fighting with a mix of T5 and T4 this KVK, at least for the zone 5, and then from there we can fight with T5 in Kingsland and as well as potentially the altars. We'll see. So we could go into the items here, and the first thing is the resources. I'm not exactly too sure how much I have, but there will be a graphic as usual in the top left over here. As for opened resources, I do have about 4.7 billion food, 3 billion wood, 2.9 billion stone, and 6.3 billion gold. I'm definitely going to have to be using a lot of these tokens. Haven't really had the time to farm too much, but I think we're in a decent spot in terms of resources. We should at least be able to last, especially in this Heroic Anthem KVK where there's not as much fighting as the normal KVKs we've been fighting in, such as Strike 58 or Siege of Orleans. For speedups, again, I actually know how many speedups because I've been barb cheating. I want to see how many speedups we have. We're about at 1.2k in terms of universals as well as healing. So there you go. And then the rest of the speedups, of course, we will have in the top left over here. As for the boosts, we're at a solid spot, 30, 50% boosts, and we got 19 24-hour defense tokens as well as 6 attack tokens. If we do have more than gems or something, maybe I could get more of these tokens, but 19 days worth of fighting, I think we should be good, especially for this Heroic Anthem. We will be having a crafting stream, so that should be pretty exciting. Going to be awakening all of that kind of stuff. Armaments, I don't even go through armaments because I don't really invest in them. This is my current AP, just these 2 pots. I've been using the 1Ks and the 500s. I kind of go from highest to lowest just so that I could always have the low ones in case I only want to chain 1 barb or whatnot. Gives more flexibility, but we will have the AP number on the left over here, as well as the gold heads. I am going to be maxing Herman Prime on a stream before pass opening, but we are at 1.4k gold heads, almost 1.5, so we should be good with the Herman Prime there. Okay, I guess we could go into the commander pairings that I'm planning to use for this KVK, just so that we can compare and contrast how many kills each commander has gotten. And we can go ahead and start off with the first pair that I actually said was the best pair in Rise of Kingdoms back at the end of last KVK. In the video that is actually going to be in the card in the top right here, it is titled, "What are the best March pairs in Rise of Kingdoms?" Scipio Prime being the primary at 73.7 million kills. Super crazy. I think that's probably the highest I have overall. And then Liu Che being the secondary, being at 30.9 million kills at just off of 1 KVK. So crazy amount of kills from them. For my second March, I did say Nevsky being at a solid 69.9 million kills, almost 70 million kills, as well as Joan of Arc as a secondary here, where she's at 50 million kills for her. The third pair, we could go ahead and look at the Zhuge Liang, where Zhuge Liang is at 21.4 million kills himself, and I believe I started using him last KVK for the first time, so that is super impressive. For the pair for Zhuge Liang, I will probably pair Herman Prime with him. That's what I've been told is the best pair, and of course Herman Prime being a new commander, having no KP, so at the end of KVK, that all the KP they gained on him will be the KP gained in this KVK. As for the second Archer March, I'm not exactly too sure who I'm going to pair with Boudica Prime. It's between two commanders right now, where she's at 45.8 million kills. The two commanders I'm thinking about is either YSG, which was the classic, YSG being at 52.8 million kills, or the Nebu, which I'm probably going to go with the Nebu for the extra March speed, as well as the all damage. I feel like it's going to be more utility and movement speed with those two things. So Nebu is at 17 million kills. As for the last March, I will be continue using Hua Qubing at 15.1 million kills, as well as good old William being at 38.5 million kills. That's a lot more kills than I thought he had, but a really good commander despite his age. As we progress through the KVK and we get more crystals tech, I will be running a second infantry march. It will most probably be the Guan Yu with Sargon that I ran last KVK. Guan Yu at 59.2 million kills, and Sargon being at 22.9 million kills. I do know that I really didn't like the Sargon Guan Yu combo last KVK, but I don't really have any other infantry pairs that I could run. Maybe I could run a Mehmed if I max him. Mehmed being at 5.6 million kills. I haven't really been running him because I do not have him expertise. Ideally, I would have a Tariq, but I don't have Tariq unlocked, and it would be a lot of gold heads just to max him. So I'll probably stick with the Sargon and run him until a new infantry commander comes out.